Alright guys, so slightly unhappy with this Holly unit right now. I'm going to call Jegs and try to get this straightened out, of course, and we'll see what they do. But I am missing... Alright, what's up guys? So this is the next surprise. This is a Holly Terminator X Max. So it has the transmission controller, which we're not going to use right away. But I saw a couple videos of them talking about it, and you do not need to use that right away. You can just use the engine function. So that's what we're going to do. This box is unopened. We got boxes inside of boxes.
A box.
Alright, well we got a box inside of a box. There we go. There you can, oh hang on, got it upside down. There you can see 550 917, which is the early truck because I have an 02, so it's got a 24 tooth reluctor. And let's see what we got here. Oh, this is the ECU itself, apparently. So let's open this up, see what this looks like. What the? I don't know how to open these fancy boxes. I never get anything new. Alright, I got it very... Oh, man, look at that. Just like it looks on TV. Dang. So your map sensor, and then, you know, this is the power plug, I believe. We'll figure all that out later, but that's pretty cool. Right there it is, all the plugs, and then it's got the LEDs on the back. So just like seen on TV, like they always say. This is a plug to something. I would assume probably the injectors and such, since they're all the same color. They're just a little different trace. Here is, looks like the power wire, because it's a lot thicker gauge wire. So that, they do say has to go right to the battery, of course, and they do have little eyelids in there to go right to the battery. What else?
A whole harness.
This is my little little controller. This is what
What's the front look like?
This is what There's the little screen that you obviously control the whole thing with. This will plug into the ECU somehow. It has an SD card already in it. How fancy is that? Does it say Holly on it? No. Oh. So there's the controller. That's pretty cool. Wayne's got a whole big harness there. That is
yeah, it looks like all your, looks like all sensors.
Yeah, I guess that'll...
Because I saw it was also labeled...
There's a relay.
Hold on. It was saying like certain cylinders, everything going to, and...
Well, yeah, these look like the coil plug wires.
Yeah, I saw the coil wires.
Yeah, here look like the coil wires. That looks like a mass airflow, so I probably do need that.
That's gonna be awesome.
A ground, yeah, there's grounds right there.
This is like, looks like this is your coil harness. Okay, it comes with the O2.
Oh, this isn't an O2, Wayne. This is the newest Bosch wideband sensor, 4.9. So this is how it does all its thinking and knows the air-fuel ratio and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. The reason I went with this whole thing is because it's self-tuning. So I know I'm not going to get max power like I would at a dyno or whatever, but when, like, we're going to do things in steps. So we're going to do a cam, and then we're going to, you know, a cam and converter, and then we're going to switch it to a 4L80E, and then heads, you know, we're going to be changing so many things that if we went to a dyno every time, I mean, Jesus, that bill would be gigantic. We don't have a dyno here. So that's really the whole reason I went with this kit, because it's self-learning. So when we do a mod, it's still good. It's still safe. I can still drive it. Then once it's all done, because you do have the opportunity to hook this to a laptop, once it's all done and I know I'm not doing anything else to the truck, then maybe I'll go get it tuned, add a dyno, but that's probably going to be years from now.
Look at that. This must be coil or injectors here.
Yeah, injectors.
Probably injector harness.
Yeah,
That's
cylinder.
nice and labeled.
Yeah, look at that. It just
that
plugs
looks
right in, and then you just lay it right on the
This
intake.
little wire here, whatever. For the Holly kit. You know,
This looks like an adapter for them. That is probably the transmission stuff. Yeah, trans control harness. So I'm not even going to bother opening this up yet because we're not going to be using this. We'll stick it on a...
Is that the trans or is that?
It says trans harness right on it, so...
Yep. Right there it says it. And it comes with a book.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Hey, does it come with greasy fingerprints already in it? You
Yep.
didn't even touch it.
No, I did touch it.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
When I pulled it out. I was going to say,
So what's this?
I'll let you touch that.
Okay, so it looks like, we'll get to it, but it looks like a very
Looks like
nice,
it's pretty explained.
yeah, step by
Explains it
step.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty sure we can probably get through most of this without having to read this. I mean, it's plugging connectors in. How hard can that be? But I'll take this home and I'll read through it, and that way I have a better gist of what's going on. Because we've never done anything like this. Me and Wayne, I don't think we've ever even had a handheld tuner on a vehicle, regardless of anything like this. So if we can do this, this is our first time ever swapping an engine that wasn't like carbureted. Obviously, anyone can swap a motor in that's carbureted. That's not a big deal. So this is our literal first time. We've never had a tuner on anything. We've never done anything like this. So if we can do it, anyone can do it. And it looks like Holly set that up like this. So I just want to do a little more talking about this. So as you guys know, the reason I got it was because it was self-learning and all that. It was recommended by a bunch of YouTubers, Cletus, Sloppy Mechanics, which the stuff that Sloppy Mechanics, stuff that Matt says, I really pay attention to because that guy does all the research. He's like me. He does research and then tries to put it, he goes from theory and then tries to put it into like the real world stuff. So, he was super excited about it. He actually lives pretty close to me. My buddy Justin is pretty good friends with him. So, once I read that and I saw him talking about it, he did a video on it already, and then I watched a couple of Holly's videos. I was like, this is what I got to do. It is kind of pricey. It's $1,300, but just for you guys, Summit said it wouldn't ship out until... wouldn't ship for like almost 3 weeks, and I was like, yeah, right. So they were doing, I order almost all my stuff from Summit, so they were doing buy $1,000 worth of stuff, get $100 off. So I was like, you know what, I don't really order from Jegs, I don't think I ever have, I'm going to go check them out. So I went over to Jegs, checked them out, they're doing the same thing, which kind of leads me to believe maybe they're owned by the same people, because it was like very similar pricing. It was, maybe it's just a competitive thing, I don't know, but so it was $100 off $1,000. This ECU was the max, so it was $1,300, and so I got the $100 off. Then I had to pay tax, which is another $72, so I ended up paying $1,272 shipped to my door, and it shipped right out of Holly. I ordered from Jegs, and it shipped right out of Holly. I got it in like 3 days, so I'm super excited about this. Everything went well. I did also get some other stuff we'll go over in another video, maybe a little bit better. But I do have swap mounts off of Amazon, and I do have a 255 pump. So I think I pretty well have all the big pieces I need, and we'll just have to go from there and see what we got to do to get it into the truck. So anyway, super excited. Can't wait to do this. And if it works out, this swap is so easy. Especially, we're just going into another Chevy truck. What we're doing isn't like record-breaking genius stuff here, but it's something anyone can do and do it in their driveway. So Alright guys, so slightly unhappy with this Holly unit right now. I'm going to call Jegs and try to get this straightened out, of course. And we'll see what they do. But I am missing, which I don't know if I should have or not. But I am missing drive-by-wire harness. It does say harness early truck. So there's two different options in here. So I don't know if I'm missing it, but I'm for sure missing the map sensor, that little blue thing. I'm supposed to have the other end of that so I can connect it to a harness or into a vacuum line into the truck. And I'm also missing the freaking O2, the wideband bung. Also says 40 amp relay. There is a relay on the harness. I assume that's probably it, but I want to ask them while I have them on the phone. So, I don't know. I'm kind of unhappy right now. $1,300, and I'm missing at least two things that I absolutely need for it to even work. Because it says right in here, don't run power to it unless you have the O2 sensor in and all that. So, like, how am I supposed to put the O2 sensor in? Even the videos I watched showed that they were talking about the O2 bung. It's supposed to be in here. And so is that little connector. So I feel like I'm missing a little baggie. I have gone, the box is perfectly fine. Nothing fell out of this during shipping. And the inside box is fine as well. So this is the way that they shipped it. This came right from Holly. I'm going to give Jegs a call, see what we can get worked out. Maybe I'm wrong. I've gone through the box at least 6 times now. The book here, and this is why you should always go through. It tells you right in the beginning of stuff when you get it what you should have. And as you can see, I have it all marked up. So always do this, guys. If we're in the middle of doing this, because this swap won't take long. They said in the video that you can have this hooked up in 15 minutes and driving. So if I'm missing this stuff, I can't do that, right? Always check it. I read through it. This is actually very descriptive. It tells you what you need to do. It is a very nice book, so I do give them props to that, but I'm missing pieces. So, alright guys, so I just had to go pay for the tires that got put on one of the other vehicles. So while I was out and I had cell phone service, I decided I was going to call Jegs up, which is who I got this Holly, ECU deal through. Now, they just sold it, and they didn't have it in stock. It actually got shipped right from Holly themselves. So, I called Jegs. Unfortunately, I bought it from them, so that's who I had to go through. Now, they had to go chase Holly around. So, I'm missing several pieces. I told them what I was missing, what was going on, and all that kind of stuff. And he's trying to look up the parts, and this is so new that they don't even Jegs don't even have Holly number in their system yet for the parts that I'm missing. So he's gonna go get back to me, let me know what's going on. I mean, unfortunately, I'm missing the map sensor like special plug that they had to do. So I can't even hook this thing up without butchering it. Like, yeah, I can get another O2 bung. That's not a problem. I'm not running the fly-by-wire stuff. I'm just running the regular accelerator pedal, so I don't have to worry about that harness. I don't care about that, but I don't know. So they're going to get back to me. Jegs has been very, very helpful. They've done nothing wrong. Everything has been great. I also noticed I didn't get any stickers or anything in the box, which is, I mean, usually you get enough to sticker a whole, like, 70s van up. So, I don't know. So, to be continued. We'll see what happens.